Hey, friends and family. It's just me, and I'm still breathing. I have had a very long, busy day. Um, it's Saturday, and technically my day off. And as I don't have to go to work tonight. And actually, if I had to work tonight, I'd be there already. but uh, but my day started early for for a Saturday. I know some people get up early every day, but with my job being at night and uh, so Saturday, when I usually get home in the middle of the night, Saturday morning, kind of, however you want to say it, Friday night, Saturday morning. Um, after I pass out, I just go ahead and sleep as long as I need to. But I had things to do today, and so I was up at 8 o'clock this morning because I had um, physical therapy for my arm at 9, which went very well. Um, my biggest fear has been, okay, after that first session, I was going to be, every session would be a session where I would find myself very sore and in pain afterwards. But they've been fine since that first one, and so but of course when I woke up at 8 o'clock this morning, there was no electricity. Everything was dead, and one of the bad things about being in a home that is all electric when there's no electricity is nothing works. If you have a gas stove, when your electricity goes out, you can still turn on the gas, light it with a match, and boil yourself a cup of water, or maybe cook something or whatnot. I couldn't boil water for some herbal tea or nothing this morning. And of course, even our little hot water tank is electric, so there was no hot water, um, and nothing. So you get in the bathroom and you're trying to do your thing. You can't, and the water at this time of year, coming through, if it's without heat, it's cold. I mean, it is chill your bones cold. So you don't want to have to try and take a cold shower. I can do like a lukewarm shower, but yeah, ice cold one is, yeah. There's a such thing as the water being too cold. I don't need it to be super hot, but uh, it was just too cold. But yeah, so but get everything else done, brush your teeth, whatnot, and rush off. And with nothing, because I was afraid with there being no electricity, I didn't want to open up the refrigerator and let any of the coolness out to get anything. So, I left without eating or drinking anything. Oh, excuse me. Um, but yeah, so, and then I had appointments for this afternoon to go see a couple of houses. I'm house hunting. I'm house shopping for the first time by myself ever. From a house. I'm a property virgin, as they would call it on HGTV. I have never owned my own house before. Since leaving home, I've always rented. Um, and unfortunately, yeah, most of the time I've been able to rent a house, with a yard and everything. But but yeah, sometimes it's been like a side by side duplex, and uh, and this is, I guess they consider this like a garden home here, because it does have a little piece of um, yard out in the front. There's no back yard or anything, or no back door. All that's behind us is an alley. So I want to be out there at night. So, they're in a row, like a row home. They're like four in a row, and we're like in one of the two middle ones, and but but and we kind of share a stoop with the one neighbor. So our stoop isn't all ours to ourselves. Um, but and it's okay. And if you like being in the city, then if you like being in the city, then this is actually not a bad spot. Um, it's uh, you know hop, skip, and a jump to the UNLV, the university, and it's so not too far from the action if you're into that. Um, and of course, there's plenty of little restaurants and things. There's a Starbucks, there's a Coffee Bean, there's and pretty much everything you need. There's a little um, Vietnamese slash French restaurant. We haven't been in it, but it's there. We know it's there. And so if you like the things, there's even a hairdresser and a nail shop real close by. Yeah, those things. Oh, at the post office. I've walked to it multiple times because it's right there. So that's real. It's nice for things to be walkable, but you give to be in the city. You give up a lot too. You give up space. You give up safety. Uh, or at least that's how it seems to me. Um, give up fresh air, because there's so many vehicles. Um, so that, like I said, that's just kind of how it seems to me. And then, of course, this is Las Vegas, so there is no shortage of people who are trying to take advantage of other people and get over on somebody. Um, so we haven't been overly friendly. I mean, we're friendly enough to say hi, blah blah blah, but you got to be careful, and that's just all there is to it. But we did go. But one of the things that was disappointing today was one of the houses we were supposed to look at. They accepted an offer, so and no longer available. They accepted somebody else's offer, and I didn't even get to go look at it. The first house that we went to go see was the one I was initially most excited about because it had the most property, about 2.5 acres, and there were some features, some things that well, he said 4 bedrooms, which I would have really loved to have had 4 bedrooms, and 5 would be better if I could get my hands on that. But that's you got to be realistic, and got to start someplace. And when you got like an acre or more land, you got room to expand. So, but yeah, and it got this really big, beautiful property for the most part, but then you got the house and multiple outbuildings that are in horrid shape. Yeah, and multiple projects that have been started and not finished. For instance, the front porch, there was this huge, the full length of the house front porch, and it's covered, but it's not finished. And the wood is just exposed to the elements. He didn't seal it or paint it or anything. So it's deteriorating already. And you get inside and you see he did some nice things, but there's other things, I guess, maybe he didn't consider those a priority or what, but so yeah, and you could see a spot where the roof had leaked. He says it's fixed, but he definitely hasn't taken the time to fix the damage that caused inside the kitchen. So, and it's supposed to have 4 bedrooms, but for financing purposes, um, legally speaking, it can only be counted as a bedroom if it also has a closet. And uh, there was at least two of those did not have a closet. Um, and that one of those was the master bathroom. It was the master bedroom because they used the master closet to expand the master bath and put carpet on the bathroom floor. No, no, bad people, bad. There are some places where, okay, I'll admit it, I hate carpet. It's disgusting. And I think you must be missing some IQ points if you want wall-to-wall carpet. Because it doesn't protect the subfloor in any way, shape, or form from anything that you spill. They don't seal the subfloor before they put down the padding, the carpet, etc. So when you spill something, it goes all the way through to your subflooring, and your subflooring soaks it up, and you're not able to get to that to get it dry because that carpet is on top of it. It just and it doesn't matter how much you steam clean up, blah blah blah. Everything, it absorbs everything, and you never get that all out of there. Allergens, dander, smells. Oh my gosh, the smells carpet can hang on to. Ugh. Okay. But but there are some spaces, if you're going to have carpet like that there should not be carpet. Never in a kitchen. Never in a bathroom. Never in a dining area where you eat and you're highly likely for things to be spilled. And basically, if you're going to do something like that, I think it should be just bedrooms and only bedrooms, and then food should not be allowed, food or drink, in the bedrooms, because that's the best way to preserve it. But that doesn't stop if you've got pets, from it absorbing things for your pets or your pets' accidents, and so yeah, so it's really hard to get a home that doesn't have any carpet. Really, one of the things that's really nice about this apartment is the only place there is carpet is the bedroom, and so that's it. And every place else out here, is carpet free, and I love that. And to me, that makes it easier to clean as well and keep things clean. And I'll have bad luck with vacuum cleaners; they always break on me. So it's like when I've got a lot of carpet and that needs to be vacuumed regularly. It's like the vacuum cleaner busts on me every other year, so don't like carpet. Yeah. So yeah, so it was, and there was open walls and open ceilings, and yeah, it was. So I understand the way it was listed now. It was he's asking for cash, and I don't think he's gonna get as much cash as he's asking for with the condition of things. But maybe there's some fool out there that'll do it, but not. And my mama didn't raise a fool. I'm sorry. No, as much as I like the property, how big it was, the land. There was too many. Too many cons. I was listing pros and cons. I took a folder with me, and that's what I was doing, was listing pros and cons. And after looking at all the things that were wrong with that home, that just there's no way for financing to be done on it, and of course I ain't got cash, so it's a big resounding no. Plus, with all the dog kennels and abandoned cars and and beat up, worn out trailers. Yeah, it was. just in piles of stuff here and there. And I'm sure whoever walks into that mess will be working on that for a long time or regretting it really fast. Um, but and like I said, and then the one we were like, sorry, you're not gonna see that. So I was like, oh, and that was before I left the house. So I was like, well, I was expecting to see at least 2, maybe 3 properties today. I'm driving all the way to, this is an hour drive away, and I don't think an hour drive is a long time. But if I am driving that far, I expect to do more than see more than one house. So we did get to see 2 other ones, and the one with the house in the best condition has the smallest amount of land. It's only got an acre. That's still significant when you're standing out there and you're looking at it and you're thinking about room to do things. Yeah, that's plenty. It really is. And while the house was in the best condition of the houses I saw, it was also the smallest house. So I would still have a tiny kitchen, but that house also had a garage. I guess I could, go hang out in the garage when I can't stand the house. I don't know, but yeah, like I said, everything has pros and cons, and I guess that one, out of all of them, I guess technically had the least amount of cons, other than asking too much money for it. And you ask what you want for something, but that doesn't mean you'll get it. And that house has been sitting there for, I think, almost 5 months, 5 or 6 months, something like that. So 60 and 60 would be 120. So yeah, over 6 months. So they'll want to work with me, then they'll sit there for another 6 months, I guess. But we are gonna put an offer on that one, because like I said, out of everything, even though it was the smallest land wise, it had, the buildings on it were in the best condition. The house was in the best condition. The garage was in good condition, that type of thing. And then the other one, which was 2 acres, well, it didn't feel as good as the other house, partly because it was on a corner. You're at an intersection. So, and of course, the other houses were closer to it. They felt a little on top of you. So, but the house, it had a carport instead of a garage, but that did have 2 acres. And so for me, I was just like, but with the house itself was in, such bad shape, maybe I could get a super duper good deal on it, because at some point it's definitely been unlevel. It's a mobile home, and I don't know, something didn't get set right, and you can see cracks from it being unlevel in some spots. And there's newer carpet, but I don't think they it's new carpet, but I don't think they cleaned well under the carpet, because there was still an undertone of pet urine. So yeah, these are the things you're dealing with sometimes when you're house hunting, unless you can afford something really, really mega fantastic. And I don't have mega fantastic money. I have poor people money, which means I'm broke almost all the time. But I don't know. But it was the larger of the two, of the two homes that of the second two homes, because the first one turned out to be a big resounding no, because it was just so bad. It wouldn't you wouldn't be able to finance it, period. Um, and so left with the other two to take a look at. And like I said, this other one had the bigger property, but the house was itself was in worse shape. And but it had the bigger master bedroom, and I really liked the big tub in the corner. But it looks like I'm not gonna get a big tub, which makes me sad because I have arthritis in my back, and it's really nice to soak in a tub. Oh goodness. Um, so eh, we'll see what happens. Um, one way or the other. I'm not planning on living in this apartment for another year. I just need to get out of this city. It's too uncomfortable for me and for Cherokee and whatnot. So we had a super duper long day here of you know I got up, I ran you know from here to therapy, back here. I rushed to get some laundry done because I wasn't sure how long I would be gone the rest of the day. And the laundry room is not open 24 hours a day. They close it at, I think it's like 9 o'clock, something like that, 9 or 10. I think it's 9. But I usually do mine early in the morning when they open at 9, or something like 10 or 11 if I've slept later. But yeah, I don't have access to the laundry all the time, so it was important that I get it done. And so we got out of here a little later than normal, than we had planned, and we were worried. But then the real estate agents ran late too because of a car accident. They weren't in the accident, thank goodness. And I hope whoever was going on that it wasn't serious. But yeah, they got delayed by a half hour for too. So, but then of course, these houses are not close together, and you're driving around trying to find things in an area you're not familiar with. But I was still, with what I saw, pretty happy with the area. I mean, everything you need is there. Gas prices were better than here. Right now, cheap gas is still probably around 260 to 270. And depending on where you're at in in Las Vegas. But out there, their prices were basically between like 240 to 250 for the most part, and everything you need is out there. So I was really surprised at how well developed it was for being a rural area. So yeah, let's cross our fingers and say a prayer for us, and whatnot, that everything goes well. There was another house that Cherokee had saw online that she had really liked, and we had really wanted to see, but again, that one wasn't available to look at anymore either. I hate that they leave the ad up even though there's an offer on the house, and they're trying to work things out with whoever made the offer or whatnot. I kind of feel like they should come down, because it's disheartening to call and say, hey, I really like that one, and your agent goes and takes a look at it and says, sorry, somebody's gotten an offer in on it that's been accepted already. Because that's often not shown when you're looking at things online. But things have changed a lot since I was a kid, because I remember my mother house hunting, and of course, us being dragged along with her, me and Jason anyhow. I'm sure Jason wasn't paying much attention, but I was, and so back then, or at least the agent she was working with, he would come and he came, picked you up and took you to what he thought was appropriate for you, you know. So there wasn't the option to go and see something online and say, and so things have changed a lot, since I was a kid. Um, but yeah, so we had a great day, and I'm gonna stop rambling on here because I've rambled on a really long time because it was such a busy day. Um, but we're doing okay. We're hanging in there, and we family, we and friends, we love you and we miss you, and peace.